What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Aarklash Legacy. We've been having a lot of fun with this one, and in fact, it has made me kind of change around. What the hell was that clinking? Don't clink at me, Graveyard. I'm way too jumpy. She's got a giant sword and also some glowy things on her back, and we will use the sword to hit you and the glowy things to do something, to be unpleasant while you try and sleep. There we are. Oh, we got enemies. So what do we have here? Flesh Specter, Black Priest, and a Warrior of Belial. That's going to be an issue. There's the charge, which inevitably comes through. I actually think it's kind of a lock-on deal, like you can't actually get out of the way of it. And I am going to have to spread people out to make sure that we don't get our mana drained in this case, because we really need to have mana. So I guess I'll have Mocha be right there. Mocha, let's get a roll of hots going there. And actually, I'd like friends to come over here. I think we're going to try and get the Flesh Specter. Oh, damn it. Flesh Specter's coming out hard, unfortunately. So let's see what we can do with him. A blocked category. There we go. Okay, so I have to be down here. So there's a bit of damage to the Flesh Specter. Let's throw out another bit of damage. And we may want to start... Yeah, let's get her healing now. Especially since... Oh, can I move her out of there? I cannot. So I think she's bound to the ground right now. What do we have? Oh, she's been taunted. Alright, so we're going to have to nuke our way through this one, unfortunately. The Black Priest is getting a heal going for his dear friend, the Flesh Specter, over here. And that means we're just going to have to nuke. We're going to have to nuke like the wind. Oh, did that spot move? Bastard. Sneaky little spot moved. Well then, she's not in place, but she's not in a bad health situation either. So let's take everybody and just DPS the Flesh Specter. And what did that do? Hold on. A magic damage reduction. Alright, so swing wide one more time. And as soon as everybody's got a cooldown back up, we'll start nuking again. It's a tad more damage. And down he goes. And I think we were standing a bit close to that one because we took a tad of a bit of damage. It's alright though. I don't mind taking like extra hits and things just to finish the fight quicker if we're already in position to finish the fight. That's not one of those things that's ever concerned me. I used to do the same thing when I used to raid in MMOs. Just start like eating hits and stuff near the end of the fight because you know you've already got the kill done anyways. Ah, a couple more patrols rolling on through. Let's get her going with a bit more health, and then we'll also get Vitae treatment rolling. It's just an archer and a skeleton in armor, rather than a disrobed skeleton, which would be way more awkward. Then again, he doesn't have much to make us feel awkward, so maybe it's just me being a prude. Did I just get hit with some kind of piercing strike or something? Lekloris just took damage. Give Lekloris a little bit of love in there. And then we'll just dogpile on this guy and finish the fight off the best way that we can, which is successfully. Finishing it failingly? Is failingly? Nope. I just made a new word though. Failingly. Finish things off failingly. That's my word. Unless it is a real word. And then, in that case, I claim it. So in either case, I've got myself covered. Oh, they move around a little bit. They're kind of like will-o'-the-wisps. Which many people don't know this, but will-o'-the-wisps are the spirits of dead children in old mythology. I want to know what's in this little patrol up here. A priest, a morbid specter, and a black paladin. That doesn't seem so bad. Just a little bit of a pat there. We could get ourselves into trouble in that case. What happened with him right now? Did he get taunted? Oh, that's a little out of the ordinary. So maybe drop a taunt right there. How long is that taunt going to be up for? Let me see how long that lasts. He taunted my healer. Not a bad choice if it was from a human player, but an odd choice for the 10 seconds. She's got more than 10 seconds to be alive. She'll be fine. Let's get lined up back in here and start throwing some DPS off in the direction of this morbid specter. Actually, let's focus on the priest first. If I remember correctly, he can't... Oh, and he charmed friends. We've got a lot of weird things happening in this fight. So we do have a lot of damage flying around now. Oh, and there's a bunch more enemies coming at us. Fun. Well, let's do a little bit of healing, and then we're actually going to chain heal here, which I usually try not to do. But we are going to be forced into that box. Keep dropping nukes to scare off some of these guys while we can. That control spell is going to last a while, although it should be up really, really soon. And then we can recover. I'm going to put a bullet on the Black Priest to try and end this right now. Vitae treatment's going to be back up really, really soon. Okay, and then we got Vitae treatment there, and that should allow her to ride it out until the next control spell, not the immobilize. I don't really mind the immobilize, but the charm spell goes off. So let's have Lek Loris throw around a bit more damage. I think it's better, actually right there we might be able to hit the most people, so let's try that. Maybe not. The Black Paladin, does he have a immunity? Okay, so what I'm guessing happened is he immunized himself and then caught a heal and I didn't see it happen. Let's get everybody focusing on the Spectre in the back before anything else terrible happens. There we are. Naka is a being of stone right now. I mean, we already knew that she was stone cold, but now she's actually literally stone cold. Now that everybody's rolled up, let's get rid of some of these ancillary or ancillary, depending on how you like to pronounce that word, enemies, since I think he's pretty much immune to all damage anyways right now. We've got level ups to allocate. I just remembered, so we should probably do that after this fight too to make our lives a little easier. Get friends into position, throw out another nuke. And that should finish it off. Cool. So we've got a number of level ups to handle. A relic that dropped that is of good quality, so I'll think about equipping that as well. Let's see here. Oh, we actually got a lot of kit that we can take a look at. We'll do that next. So let's have a look at our specs. Now that she's done with that tree, I'm sort of favoring the Vitae treatment line. The Vitae treatment line, we can either make it so that she becomes very, very immune to everything that hits her, like all kinds of status debuffs, or we can make it so that it actually instantly flashes her for health. So, actually, okay, I get it. So it restores 300 HP and turns her attack into a health drain. That'll depend how hard she's hitting. I don't know which is going to be the better choice here. So that's actually 500 and self-immunizes. I don't really know which one's the best choice right there. We can play around with both. The drain seems really good in light of the fact that we have her already getting HP back from every swing to begin with, so the stacking amount of things that she's got going on seems really nice. So we'll try that first, and if that doesn't work out the way we want it to, we'll respec her and we'll do something else. Lecky G, my friend. I don't really know what tree I want to go down with him either. I could sit here and I could kind of debate it, but we can lower the cast time of his fear, and if we take that down the chain, it looks like it becomes a channel, and he attacks, so we get the same ability that those enemies have been using on us, where we charm an enemy, and it gets an attack speed buff, which is pretty cool, or we can buff the hell out of Death Wish, which are two different options with Death Wish, are we can turn it into a channel where they deal damage, or we can keep it as the AoE explosion when things die. I actually think I'm going to go down this path for now. From what I understand, we can almost get all the way down 3 paths, so I think the next one I'll take will probably be the charm spell so that I have a little bit of crowd control. It would be nice to use right now, but we've got so much AoE happening for us already, we may as well continue building towards that. Friends has loads of level ups. I didn't even realize he had leveled up so much, so let's get thermo compression down the chain, and the final 2 options, we can have it bounce around to 3 enemies instead of the 1 that it's been doing with the 5-second knockdown, or we can just buff up the... Oh, we can make it so it targets. I'm going to go with the other one. I'm going to have it so it bounces around and knocks down everybody. Does this deal the same amount of damage no matter how far down the tree you get? Because that's the only way I can really see it rectifying. I don't know which one's the right choice here. We can increase the range, or we can make it so that it buffs the armor of the person that it's about to blow up. by 100%, 150% down the chain so that the explosion probably doesn't affect him quite as much. Or I can go down over here and give him another knockdown through his pistol whip attack. Ooh, that becomes an AoE knockdown. I think I'm going to build in that direction. I'm going to build him for an AoE knockdown so that he can run into the center of the enemy, maybe plant a bomb. I'll probably build down that way. So what happens is when he puts the bomb in, like we saw in the last episode, he has to plant it on somebody. He has to run up and like touch them, like tag you're it. And while he's doing that, I can run in, knock everything down, then plant the bomb. And I think that'll actually be a pretty interesting tactic. Cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea a lot. Mocha has leveled up a couple times, and with Mocha, I have no idea what I want to do with Mocha. None of his abilities are really jumping out at me as like being incredible. We can cure. I think I should probably get the charm cure that's over here, just to say that I have it, because I don't have a lot of remedying abilities right now. Like, I would love to remedy things every now and again, and then I think I'm also going to get the AoE hot. I like that. So right here, we've made it so that I can cure charms and control effects on my characters, which will be really, really nice. I can actually get rid of some of those nastier things. And what was this chain over here? I don't even think I looked. Well, it looks like it does some kind of reflective damage, and then also... Oh, actually it makes heals damage them. That's an interesting ability too that I hadn't thought about. The cast time's 3 seconds though, which is about the same as most heals, so I don't think I could get it off in time. I suppose I could pre-put it up on enemies that I was already DPSing down to begin with. Well, damn. Maybe I'll do that. That's an interesting ability. Lots of abilities in this game are interesting. That's kind of my buzzword. Interesting, interesting, interesting in this episode, because a lot of the abilities have things that you have to think about. Like, one little talent can change the entire way that it interacts with your party. Before I drain too much time talking about abilities here, though, let's move forward. A treasure chest right here, with a bunch of goodies. A relic of the Ascension, Scarlet Amulets, and it looks like I'm going to spend even more time staring at menus. Let's look at our tank first, because everybody knows tanks and healers should be the first people to get all amazing gear, because the fight hinges on them. I mean, unless you've got DPS races coming out your ears, and we haven't had a whole lot of those yet. I'm going to swap that one out, because the HP max, not quite as useful as the extra mitigation and the crit hit chance. Over here on this front, I like everything on that ring she's wearing except for healing received. I wish she had instead of healing done. Nothing to replace it with, though. Earrings. Get rid of the white one right there. And then the dimensional earring, 13 and 9. That is an upgrade, but she'll lose the physical damage bonus. Not going to take it, because I'll have to remember to swap that out later on. And then for her relic, the only relic that I would assume is going to be better than what she has already is this one. And it's almost a good tanking relic. Almost. That mana regeneration just screws that whole thing up. If it was healing received, that would be like the quintessential tanking amulet, or tanking relic. But unfortunately, that one ability being gone there makes it so that it's probably not going to be something I equip. Over here, nothing interesting for him there. Nothing interesting there either. Healing done? Nope. Check the earrings really quickly. 9% magic damage done. I'm not going to lose the regeneration over it. Not bad right there. So I think I'll probably give him that one so that he regenerates a little bit quicker. And in the off chance that he gets controlled, a 30% reduction of the control effect is really, really good. So that charm would have actually only ran like 10 seconds on him versus the full 15 that it ran on other people. Friends, my dear, dear shooty psychotic friend with a cigar. He's got a terrible ring. And so I should probably swap that out for just about anything. So I'll put that in right now, since it's the only one that's really applicable to what he's got. Gave him a flat armor increase and lower control effects on him, and since he deals so much damage, it's probably a good choice. Here we can give him physical armor and a bunch of magical damage. I think I'm going to go for it. That gave him an extra 6 damage per shot, and at the cost of having useless magic damage on it, unfortunately. As for his relic, magic armor, let's see here, magic damage. Healing received. Wow, we have a lot of magical damage relics, but really nothing else that I like. I suppose I'll swap out... None of those are looking amazing. I guess I'll give him the 11-7, possibly. He'll lose a lot of magic armor, but he gains healing received. Nothing that's really amazing that makes me go, oh wow, and stand on a table while pounding my fist into the air. But it's something. Amulet of Kyber. Swap that out for sure, just to give a little bit of extra armor. Healing done. We can give him a chance to crit. I don't know if healing casts can crit like they can in other games. I'll try it out. I don't know, can they? Crit chance 5%? I think everything can crit. Yeah, all actions can result in a critical hit, so it might be interesting to kind of stack him up and see if the individual ticks of the hot can trigger that. He's got a 7% healing done there, not good enough. And for his relic, we need something that's better than the healing done that he has already, and we don't have it. I'm going to sacrifice that white gear there. Unfortunately, I was hoping that if I sacrifice it, I'd get myself a new relic to save for when we have our other group, and that's everybody. So everybody's been taken care of now. All of our bureaucratic work has been done. Let's have a look around to find this other seal. I don't think I went down this way. Or no, it was this way over here. Oh, and we got some enemies. So another morbid specter. Let's step forward to make sure that our tank gets all the aggro. Morbid Spectre, a Warrior of Saluel, and an Ira Tenebrae. So there's the aggro right there. He's putting a Mask of the Condemned on him. But we can cure those effects now, so I'm not really too worried about those effects anymore. I'm going to drop her taunt right there. And she'll be rooted. And there goes the Mask of the Condemned. That's alright, though. Who do I want to target in this playthrough? Well, the Mystic Essence is slightly less useful as a buff for the tank because of the way I've given it an AoE regeneration effect. But I can kind of offset it to the side there so other people can stand in it. Because I think Friends and... Actually, let's have everybody set up over here. I don't know if there's any other patrols walking around, and we'll find out pretty quickly if there are. And I need to cure that, so let's get that on the way. And maybe think about... I think I'm going to go after the Spectre first, as I've been doing this entire time. So let's get some damage there. Ah, the control effect is banished. And then I need to get her using Obscure Blood. So there's Obscure Blood, and now we're going to test out... What does that do? Funereal Celerity. Alright, that's a tongue twister if I've ever heard one. Friends doesn't have to worry about his regeneration right now. Oh, Lekloris is charmed. What is the duration? Oh, 18 seconds. Bad, bad, bad. Let's get some damage moving then right there. Wow, that was impressive. Unfortunately, we didn't catch the bounce back, so it was a little bit of a waste. We can only cure one person there. Let me get another hot rolling. And then we'll also... Ira Tenebrae has managed to break away and cause some problems. So I'm going to have to throw out a taunt here. And there it is. That Warrior of Saluel, what I remember from them is that they're rather nasty combatants. So maybe we'll think about getting him next. Let's get Friends on him. She's almost ready to go. Lekloris here. Oh, and we caught a Fear. Luckily, he's running in the right direction for now. I always forget these things explode, and I never want to reread things like after we've already looked at them. Bit of damage on the warrior there. Hopefully he doesn't pull anything off in that direction. That would be miserable. And so let's keep her going. Oh, there's more coming from that way. Looks like just a priest, though. Ah, they've got us flanked. Never mind. So we've got two priests running down this way. And they're both going to bomb heals on the Warrior of Saluel, I can almost guarantee. But that is going to drain most of their mana. Let me get a shot off to the back little, not corner, but the back rounding of his circle. It missed, but that's cool. Oh, how did it hit him when it was shot like right there? I wish that it gave me a little bit better of a path. This isn't a super critical fight, so it's not a big deal, but Still, a tad embarrassing. It hurts my pride. He loses mana when dealing damage, so we need to get everybody else back up and running now. And so I wish, like, in other MMOs or in other games, for example, it'll give you, like, a straight rectangle strip so that I'm not playing bust a move here with this, a game that I was never quite proficient at. Let me line up here so that... Oh, that takes him out of the... Well, let's cast that, and then afterwards we'll get back in the AoE. He's losing mana because he's getting hit. Alright, so that mob's now down. Let's go ahead and maybe have Naka get that going. He needs to pull back this way, maybe, and see if we can't drag the enemy back with him. The Warrior of Saluel is back. What is causing that? In the last few fights, I've had enemies just spontaneously come back to life, and I just don't know why. I don't think it's any ability that any of these guys have, because all they have is these heals. So it's a strange problem that I'm not sure how to remedy just yet. And we need to end this fight quickly at this point, because we have very little mana left on our primary caster. Throw that over there. And down goes a mob. There we are, and maybe swap everybody to a priest for a moment. Oh, we canceled the cast on the Ira Tenebrae. Kind of on accident, but I'll take it. Never argue with a good thing. It's a major life tenet right there. Never argue with good luck. And so while that fight looked like it was going to be simple, my own inability to be effective, my own ineffectiveness kind of made it a lot worse. Which, you guys are here all the time. You guys spend time at the Lair Castle like on a daily basis, so you know how it goes with me. Not always the most tactically sound, and I get flustered easily, I get frustrated easily. Well, all we can hope for is just auto-attacking our way to victory in some of these spots.
Apparently that vault was sealed off years ago. Aye. No point in spending more time in here, lads.
Spirits agree. What we seek is not here.
Let us not dally here.
Indeed, Lucky G is correct. Let's get out of here before he starts freestyling about it. Head up the stairs. These little wisps that are floating around do create an interesting force multiplier for the enemy. I don't know if it affects them too. Ah, there we are, a crypt. Let's jump in here and see how it goes.
Is there no end to these tombs?
I thought a dwarf would feel at home under Earth.
Aye. Under us, that's right. That is how you lay the dead. And yet we walk and fight amongst them.
Our fates are already run. If death awaits, I, for one, will welcome her cold lips upon my brow.
Come, much work still to do.
Yes, patrons have faith in us. We have faith in patrons.
Cool. Well, I don't know what's going to be in this vault, but it's probably not going to be friendly. Have we met like a single friendly thing thus far? I would argue very strongly that the answer is nay. Nay, good sir.
This place is familiar to me, yes. This is where we brought the secret treasures.
What sort of treasures, like? Inventions? Magic?
Do you not know the meaning of secret? I have sworn my life to the goldmongers.
I'm not questioning your honor, Lek Loris. I mean, we're all wheel swords. We've all signed a contract and we cannot betray the goldmongers.
Friends, this spirit from older times, centuries gone. Pledged word was binding, more so than Lake of Blood. The guild was young, souls loyal. Blood magic come later.
Yes, We built an empire without boundaries. Our caravans were full of treasure, 1,000 quors strong, a sword at each wheel. I, Lech Lorus of the first quor, Primus Quorus.
Are you saying people chose to serve the guild? There were no contracts?
The wheel swords grew so powerful and rich working for the patrons that the masters began to fear us. They then drew contracts, not with barristers, but with mages to assure our fealty in blood. I have slit 1,000 throats in the Goldmonger's name. I would never have betrayed them. I am Lech Lorus. Lech Lorus is his word.
I have met the shadows of those you slew. Proud battles, good days, fine deaths.
I like you, Lech Lorus.
Right, to the patrons then. Let's find Lockshai so we can get our next orders.
Cool. I think I'm going to break the episode off right here. And you know, it never occurred to me that they're called wheel swords because there's 4 of them, 1 on each wheel. Until they just said that right there, it never dawned on me. I was like, yeah, core is just 4, man. We don't question why. There's just 4, man. So, I think we're about out of time. I'm going to break it off. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle. Lech Lorus, is it just me or does he seem like somebody that would be teaching like down in the basement of Hogwarts? I don't know why, his voice just strikes me that way. I'll see you guys next time, and take care out there, everybody.